Welcome to the spoiler section. This week we're talking Get Out.
So where do you want to start with this one?
Oh man, spoilers for Get Out. Let's see
what they're doing to
let's just jump into the
Let's jump right into what's going on. And it's awesome.
It's great.
I love it.
It's hilarious.
It's obscene and kind of hilarious in a messed up way. I mean, there's a running joke throughout it, like they're keeping them for sex slaves, even though that's not quite exactly.
Yeah.
That goes back to what you were talking about earlier with like how the just razor sharp blend of horror and comedic satire allows him to get away with so much.
Oh man, and you pointed this out earlier too with the conversations he's having at the party with all of the people. And you think that their conversations are just like weirdly bigoted remarks like, oh, I play golf, I love Tiger Woods. It's like, oh God, why? But then once you realize that they're also like bidding on stealing his body later, that's where it sort of goes from smart to like really, really smart. Because it's pointing out just how much these comments dehumanize and like make it all about one specific trait, or it's like, why are you saying that?
It's objectification.
Like
when the woman is like feeling, it's like, so is it better? Like, to the girlfriend, and you're just like, oh god, it has you squirming. Well, so like, wait, have we stated exactly what they're doing yet?
No. Oh god.
Yeah. All right. So, do you mind if I take this one away?
Go for it.
So, the parents of this girlfriend. I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, the girlfriend's in on it. This is the spoiler section. She is not a good character. She is just as evil as the parents. She goes out and fetches black boyfriends, and brings them back so her mother can hypnotize them, and then her father can place them up for bid and fuse their brains with old white people who buy them so they can inhabit their body and live longer.
It's nuts.
And live, like, healthier, because they keep talking about, like, oh, with your enhanced genetics and everything.
Yeah, it's funny because it is that opposite racism.
Yeah,
and I don't mean...
It's trying so hard not to be racist that it is racist.
Yeah.
Like, that's what liberal white racism is. It's
right.
Like, I would have voted for Obama a third time if I could have.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I love that, like, pointing out, like, why are you saying those things? Unless you were going to steal my body and become me, like, why are you saying that? It's so weird. How is no one talking about how weird this is? It's so weird. I love, like, on that level, I love the twist. And even though, like when he does the shot where they're, like, in the brain, like, their brains kind of open, I'm like, it was so schlocky,
just perfect.
Yeah. Oh my god, I laughed so
because, I mean, you have to have that in horror, right? You have to have that kind of, like, gnarly, like, schlocky thing, especially with a movie like this, because that's another thing I wanted to touch on in the spoiler section, is the pacing of the movie.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's amazing, because the structure of the film as a horror film is very conventional. You have the very first scene, which is sort of like an exploitation of the monster. It's like a different instance of them kidnapping somebody.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you see that a lot in, like, episodes of The X-Files and stuff like that, and in a lot of horror movies. And then it goes to
introduce the threat.
Yeah, introduce the threat. And then it goes to the slow burn introducing the characters. And, like, humanizing them and helping you, like, identify with them.
Good horror movies.
Yeah, exactly. And the dialogue helps you feel like you know these people, and it sets it up, and it's, like, actually, like, really well-written dialogue. And then, on the way to the destination, which is hell, all horror movies, there's that inescapable place and that fear of death and entrapment.
Sure.
And on the way, they reach the Omen. And I was talking about earlier how the Omen is usually the old guy at the gas station, like, don't go down that road, don't go to Crystal Lake, you'll get killed down now. Instead, they hit a deer.
Right.
They hit the buck. And it goes into this really well-directed sequence of him approaching the buck and then watching it die. and it just kind of like leaves this like taste in your mouth. You're like, oh shit, like this, like what's gonna happen?
Well, then the dad trying to be like he says like, oh, whenever I see a dead buck on the side of the road, I think that's a good start. It's like, oh god, horrible racist.
Yeah, like the like ridiculous like blatant racist language, but you just like take
assign it to something else.
It to deer.
Yeah, and like he's very clearly the deer.
Yeah,
it was nice, and I know I brought this up earlier, but it's so funny that like this is a cure for wellness done right.
Yeah,
like everything that movie tried to do done right, because that movie also has a deer get hit by a car.
Yeah,
and it's totally insanity. It probably cost 40 times as much as the one in Get Out, but has like a tenth of the impact.
Yeah,
like, oh man, deer. Don't hit them, or else you're going into a horror movie.
I mean, what you were saying earlier, like before we started shooting, about Buck being a racial slur.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I didn't know that until it was a Captain America thing, right? They tried to do a thing where Cap wasn't Captain America for a while, and then like a black hero took over the mantle, and then he had a sidekick, also who was black, going under Bucky's side. And the guy didn't know when he was writing it. He was just like, oh, fuck you, who cares? And then people were like, oh, hold on a minute!
Damn.
It caused like a huge stir, and they changed the name of the character. But yeah, and apparently that was also sort of why, like, the Buck being in the movie, and then like at the end when he stabs the guy with the deer statue.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very...
When he kills the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, mucho symbolism. Yeah, it was done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the motif of his mother dying in the car crash, that was laced into the movie perfectly. Yeah, it did not feel forced at all.
It was something that could feel very cheesy, very schlocky, but it also
kind of like how the father's suicide in A Cure for Wellness.
Yeah,
was terrible.
Yeah, in this movie it works so much more because it's also used to like it's the weakness that they exploit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the girlfriend exploits it, meaning that he, like, really is attached to her because he doesn't have a lot of other attachments. She's kind of all he has.
But not really, because the friend...
Yeah. But then...
Another lesson.
When the mother character hypnotizes him, that's the experience that she latches onto to then, like, trap him in a hypnotic thing. So...
And that pseudoscience sells, too.
Oh, yeah. Especially in a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's like... Never, like, what's your base fear of being hypnotized? That some nightmare thing will happen and I will never be able to escape. And it's like, well, yeah, let's just exploit that fear. And it totally works. I also like that it's new agey.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, yeah, no.
that kind of, the whole hypnotizing sequence kind of goes back to what I was saying about the visuals of it, going to the sunken place. Like, the sequence when it's...
what was it, I don't know, that's the Stranger Things thing.
Oh, the Upside Down.
The Upside Down.
Yeah, it was a little different. Yeah, true. I didn't think about that before. But the sunken place. The sequence when it's his memory of him sitting on his bed as a kid, and he sinks into it.
So good.
So well done. That almost looked like animated. It was so stylized.
Yeah.
And how it was shot with like the light from the TV in like his memory in the blue, and then going deep into the blackness and him being adult again. It was really fucking... Sorry. Really it blew me away.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
It reminded me of like movies like Paprika or like sort of stranger animated movies, and it just being able to get away with a moment like that is so cool.
I was like, Jordan Peele, you got these types of visual chops. Like, oh my god! Like, I've been watching Key and Peele, and I just thought you were just some goofy guy, but oh man, you can make a movie.
Oh yeah, so good. And while Keanu was only okay,
Keanu was like, this movie was amazing.
Yeah. All right, I feel like we should wrap this up. We'll do a recommend, don't recommend, and final thoughts.
Yeah, definitely would 100% recommend. This is probably going to be a movie I buy and watch a lot, show everyone I know. I mean, I was really excited about it. Jordan Peele, you can make a movie. I had no idea. I was really blown away.
Yeah, same here. I think this movie tackles a lot of issues in a way that's intelligent engaging, entertaining. It does a lot of it shares a lot of perspective without lecturing in a very smart way. This is what a good film does. It introduces you to a perspective. It introduces you to a point of view you may not have even considered. It gets you. You are so deeply invested in this character, and you know this character so well by the end of the movie that you get an understanding of issues from an angle you maybe hadn't thought about before. And then it's a fun, schlocky horror movie on top of all of that. And hilarious. So it's a movie that wins on a lot of levels. And I can't help but applaud it and think that it's awesome and that everyone should see it. So definitely a strong recommend for me. That's it for Stubtown this week. Remember, we're brought to you by PSU TV, a student organization dedicated to creating film, video. If that's something that would interest you, make sure to reach out to us at contact@psu.tv. We'll see you next week. Bye.